Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back at it again after the Thanksgiving Day break. This team just gets actually not 4 short days. They get a big time to prepare for the Jets. A big amount of time to prepare, rather, for these Jets, these gosh darn Jets, 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 flying over from New York here to Minnesota. Both teams are 6-5, and both teams in the hunt in this ever crazy NFC playoff picture. Most of the teams you see here are 6-5, the 7th, the 6th, the 4th. Maybe even the 5th. We don't know. We're not going to dig too deep into it. We just know that 6 is the magic number as of now. The New York Giants are sitting in the number 1 spot. That's kind of weird to say. And it's a little bit more decided over on the AFC side with that 6 and 7 seed battling. Kind of an interesting storyline. The Houston Texans, who the Baltimore Ravens traded Lamar Jackson to, are now in the playoffs. So what would that look like as if they take down if it were to start today and they take down the Chiefs, Lamar faces his old team. Oh my heavens. So it's crazy here in the NFL. We got about 5 or 4 games left. You have about 6 games left in the season. Minnesota for now on top of the NFC North. Before we get into this one, as we always do, we're going to take a look at the injury report for both teams. I'm glad and proud to announce that, as we knew last week, nobody's on the injury report. That remains true as we got through Wednesday practices. We got through the weekend walkthrough on Friday and Saturday. And now we're at game day and nobody shows up on the injury report. We got something to talk about the roster before today's game, rather. And then for the Jets, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who, now 1 more week with that dislocated elbow, so another running back running on us. Hopefully not going to happen here this evening. We've talked about it all season. There have been a couple bad spots on this team. The big majority of them coming from right tackle position. So now Jonah Williams is back from injury. What does the team do, rather, with Jason Peters? If Jonah Williams stays healthy the rest of the way, they could save $5 million if they cut Jason Peters before the end of the season. So he's a good depth player. He has 1 snap with the team. He got injured. First play of the game last week against the Patriots. You saw it. And other than that, nobody has been able to step up to fill that void at the right tackle position. This team is just lacking depth, and maybe these later picks will service some bodies in there. And now what do you do with Jason Peters? Do you keep him on as depth? Do you cut him loose and save that $5 million going into an offseason where a lot of free agents are gonna come available here in terms of the offensive line, and you won't have to spend some of these picks. So the team has to figure that out. What Randy would do, cut your losses. He played 1 snap with the team and got injured. He just doesn't have it anymore. He's 40 years old, 18-year vet. I mean, it's cool, you sign the savvy veteran to come in, hopefully fix your problems, and it just didn't happen. So that's what Randy would do, but once again, Randy is just a analyst and somebody who just reports on the team and calls the games. We've been talking for a long time, so we're going to get into this one. Kickoff just about ready to happen. We're running a little late, so let's get you down to the field for the kickoff, which is next. Well, hello there and welcome. There's JJ, 9 receptions short of 100 on the season. He is averaging 10 a game, so that should be no problem if everything goes to plan. Yes, indeed, Kirk flashes Cousins. That is the key to the game here. You had a 3-game homestand where you could really put some separation in your division, and so far you are 0-2 in said homestand. Next week you go back out onto the road And in a couple weeks, you face the #1 seed New York Giants here, so on Christmas Eve. So it's a conundrum with Kirk. And Dalvin Cook maybe warming up his right arm to throw. Wouldn't that be something? Dalvin Cook, new Vikings quarterback? Anyway, Kirk Cousins, the accuracy issues have been prevalent. We'll go over his stats when we see him here. And this rush defense is amazing, averaging 3 yards inside per carry. That's what Minnesota runs most of the time. So this will be an uphill battle as the gosh darn Jets play against your Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins gonna see the field second as Vikings have won the toss, have elected to defer to the second half. And we'll be able to see that defense, which played really well against the Patriots in the beginning and then kind of folded as the game went on. Their first 4 drives, that being the Patriots, were 3 and outs. So we'll see them first and see what happens. Greg Joseph Kabluska-Newski is kicking. Taylor Rapp goes right to the sideline, almost knowing it's going to be a touchback. Oh my heavens. So here he is, the hunter. I got to be careful what I said or what I say. Zach Wilson, 3,100 yards, 21 touchdowns, 12 picks this season. He leads a team that is down Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and we're going to see what they can do here. If you're listening to the game on iHeartRadio or I Love Radio, however you want to say it, we appreciate you and we hope that you're really loud there at the stadium. The I formation here. You got, looks like Breece Hall behind Wilson. I formation. He's going to range to the right. It's caught. Looks like Uzama. His first catch of the game. That is how Wilson will start his day. Throw to the right to Uzama. There's an end around and it works. Big hit missed and oh boy, here we go again. Jordan Hicks will take down the ball carrier. And we'll see what Minnesota's got playing here. 1st and 10. Brand new set of downs. Hall behind Wilson in the single back. Got a bunch, stack bunch to the right. And Dalvin Tomlinson and Jordan Hicks will team up to bring down Breece Hall, who had a pretty good week last week. He's got 5 touchdowns on the season, 82 yards last week. So every team that comes in here, it's kind of a run fest. We've had that reputation defensively. Wilson from the gun. It's a play action. Throws out to the right. Caught. Big hit. Couple big hits, and Minnesota causes a fumble. Javon Holland will get it, and Uzama can't believe it. So a pair of big hits. Wilson high points the ball in transition. And this ball almost went out of bounds. And Kirk Cousins will come out and get his first drive going. Take a look at his stats here. 47-43, 38-33 after that 5-pick performance last week. I don't think he's on thin ice, but I mean, if you're going to pay this guy $35 million next year, oh boy. You got the JJ contract coming up. There's a lot to consider here in the offseason for the Vikings, who start out in the shotgun. Cousins throws right. Almost intercepted. Oh, man, and he's already 1-0. Or 0 for 1, however you want to take a look at it. So Kirk Cousins under center. It's a play action. He's got a man. It's JJ right side, and how many times have we seen that play? He's going to hit his dance, and this rollout to the right where JJ goes this intermediate crosser, it's their go-to, their bread and butter. And we see it so often because it works. So there you go. That's a good way to start the game here. Cousins will retreat to the empty set. Gets the snap. Pump fakes. Throws it up. Picked. Desmond King. And he was going for Hawkinson. He just didn't put it up and over to the defender. He underthrew it again. And King will get his first pick. And we'll see what they got planned. It's a run. Breece Hall brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense holds Wanham on the tackle. DJ Wanham was really coming into his own this season. And is projected to be... Oh, just got the first hit. It was Harrison Phillips, actually, who will bring him down. Projected to be the starter next season. Okay, so no rush there. The punt is away. Patterson will get nowhere. He'll just get a yard. So here comes Kirk Cousins after the pick. DJ Mosley on the stop, and now Greg Joseph on for a 62-yarder. Gets the snap, kicks it from the horn. He's made this distance almost regularly, and he puts Minnesota up 3-0. So from 62, Greg Joseph would have been good from 65. And Minnesota's bugaboo. And, oh boy. So Wilson from the gun now. Snap corralled. Looks, runs, and I think it's Daniil Hunter with a sack. No, that is Zadarius. Zadarius Smith will be a 2-yard loss. Counts as a sack. He ran right into him. He had open field to the right. Zadarius looked like he was being held. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. So now what do you do? Cousins from the gun. Snap, throws. Caught JJ. First of the game. Down inside the 10 to the 6. First down Vikings. Second of the game, rather. So there you have it. JJ Justin Jefferson with the catch. Cousins from the gun again. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. KJ Osborne. And again, he had to fully extend for this one. What's he doing? I don't know what that was, but watch this. He had to fully extend, and that was a dangerous throw into double coverage, but Kirk Cousins gets the job done. This to make it 10-0 Vikings. Snap, spot, kick. It's good. So 3rd and 7. Here we are. Here we are. Minnesota drops everybody in coverage. Big throw, right side, tipped. And that is Carlton Davis, who has really come on in the past couple weeks. Another pass deflected. They hold him to a 3-point try, left hash. Snap, spot, kick. It is good from 36 about. And it's Rick Zerline hitting the kick, and it's 10-3. A bigger role. He played well when JJ was out. Cousins as a man left side. It's JJ caught. JJ sheds his guy, and Justin Jefferson waves goodbye. We get a gritty here, first quarter. Oh my heavens, this team is so much better when Justin Jefferson scores, and he burned his guy. We see 1 or 2 of these a game from Kirk Cousins. Lately, he's been overthrowing him, but this time he hits him right in stride, and JJ reaches just under 21 miles an hour. There's the wave. And, well, wait a minute. Hold this. What? Minnesota Vikings fan line coming alive here. Telling us to hold this. Dude. And I'm going to get fired. Oh, my heavens. 17-3 Minnesota Vikings. You love it when your team is up by double digits. A one-play, 80-yard drive for the score. Oh boy, Randy's in trouble. Oh boy. You can't say that. Anyway, so Wilson from the gun. Snap corralled. Throws middle, caught. Big hit by Lewis Seen, but he will hold on to the ball. It's Elijah Moore again. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Your score is 17-3, but the Jets are pushing for this end zone. The touchdown, so now it brings up 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, Minnesota What do? Throws wide open. And who was on that guy? Elijah Moore. Another catch on this drive. This one goes for 6. Oh, my heavens. How do you not have somebody on Elijah Moore? Anyway. Zerline, kick is away. It's good. 17-10, 13:44 left to go here first half. And out the punting unit, Ryan Wright, who's been very, very good at corner, well, whatever it is, cornering kicks. There it is. And this one's down at the 7. Cameron Dantzler getting a little bit too... I think he rushed that a little bit too much. I think it could have taken one more bounce, but either way, the Vikings showing blitz. They'll send... And it's Brian Asamoah! They send the pressure, and Brian Asamoah will get there. Untouched left side. Fooled him for a little bit, did the play action, but he stayed the course and brought down Zach Wilson. 2.9 seconds for the sack. The quickest we have seen here in Vikings country. No first down, Minnesota showing blitz. Robinson in the backfield. Javon Holland tries to get the snap count. He does. He gets there. Batted twice. Incomplete. They're going to go for it. So batted twice. And here we go. 4th down, Minnesota. Defensively. Stacking the tackle box. It is a give to the fullback. They stop him. Bodden will lose a yard, and Minnesota gets the ball back in the hands of this offense. So here we are. Wilson. Bo Jackson to his right. Gets the snap, gives it to Jackson, and Bo Jackson will score. That'll tie this game up pending the kick. So here we go. Zerline. Snap spot kick. It's all good. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10. Cousins snap corralled. As a man left side, it's JJ. Caught. Goes out of bounds. That's all you had to do. And he does it among the best in the NFL. Once again, a clean pocket for Cousins. He is one of the best. The top 3 in the NFL in terms of yardage this season. And touchdowns, I do believe he's up there as well, top 4. So 4:10 left to go. Cousins, it's another rollout. Throws it. Oh, my heavens. Head, it looked like. My heavens, it's 3rd and 3 now. Cousins, pump fakes, throws for Jake. And it's picked. Had to have been some miscommunication there. Or Breece Hall, as he's commonly referred to. Wilson from the gun. It's a play action. Gets caught in the zone coverage. Big hit, Lewisine, and Jordan Hicks will fall on it. And that is what the identity of this Minnesota Vikings safety core is. Big hitting safeties, and Lewisine like a guided missile, giving him the shoulder shrug. But we have a problem. Kirk Cousins is coming back out onto the field. And we got a lot of those guys here on this team, but KJ's been so good, they'll go no huddle. Cousins free. Another pick. This one may go for 6. And it does. There is a flag. This one is not coming back, as early signs are it's holding against the Vikings. So Alexander, his 2nd pick of the game, and we'll get the call either way. We'll see what happens.
Holding. Defense.
Yeah, offense. Jason Peters, and
That penalty is declined.
the 40-year-old will cause the penalty, and Vikings will go down 24-17 pending this kick. Zerline. Snap spot kick. It's good. Now we see what else we got here. 24-17, Cousins from the gun. Snap. Throw, caught JJ. JJ right side, wide open. Well, he gets wide open. Down the numbers, 10-5 touchdown. Justin Jefferson. We get another gritty on a small crossing route. And the Vikings looking to tie it up again. So, small crossing route. JJ gets behind the defender. Big block set up, and JJ's cut loose. So this to tie the game. Greg Joseph. Kick is away. 24-24. 1:16 left to go in the half. Minnesota will get the ball on the other side of the break. And, all right, so that puts a little pep in everybody's step. Randy wasn't expecting that for sure. And, okay, so 3 touchdowns, 3 picks for Kirk Cousins on the day. We'll get all the stats from the first half. And what we need to do here in the second. Wilson from the gun gets the snap. Looks big, left side. Incomplete, no flags. They kind of jostled and ran into each other, but there is no flags. So no flags on the field, and we'll do it again here. Zach Wilson brought down Danielle Hunter. Throws the ball, but Danielle Hunter will high step, and another sack for him. Leads the team. And Danielle Hunter brings him down. Minnesota takes a timeout after the sack. Interesting call here. Look, maybe looking to get the ball back and do some damage. So 3rd and 20. We're going to say it for the first time this season. Not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage, so you might as well try for the for the other team. And they're just going to run it with Breece Hall, who literally goes nowhere. He will lose 3, and Minnesota takes their final timeout. Looking to obviously get the ball back with some kind of room to work with here. Man steps back into his own end zone, gets the punt away. Patterson, returnable kick. Not going to get much. So from the 49, 50 seconds left. You play these little out routes, and you get this ball. I mean, you only need a couple of yards for Greg Joseph, which is good. Cousins, snap, corralled, throws, caught KJ. Got to go no huddle here. That's exactly what they'll do. Cousins. It is a play action. Throws, caught JJ out of bounds at the 24. And they go back to that well of that rollout to the right, designed to get JJ on the cross, and they get it again. And teams are not they're not privy to what we're doing here. So now what do? Cousins under center, gets the snap, throws it up, and, oh my God. Just kick the field goal. Please just kick the field goal and go up. I can't take another one of these. Oh my heavens. So here we are. Cousins. Snap. Throws. JJ dropped. And they're going to trot out Greg Joseph. They took shots. I get it, but oh my heavens. The first one was almost intercepted. Greg Joseph, right hash. Kick away is good. The 35-yarder. Actually, that would have been a near 40. Either way, it's good. Minnesota goes up by 3 after the big Danielle Hunter sack. Very important score to note at the bottom of your screen. The New York Giants, #1 seed in the NFC. Down by 10 here, nearing the half, just like it is with our game. 11 seconds left. Looks like they'll come out in the single back set. They give us to Breece Hall, who has just been torching us today. And they'll take a timeout. And we'll see what they want to do here. Minnesota's got Oh my heavens. 7 defensive backs in on this one. Wilson throwing. The big play. Was it picked? It was picked. Trayvon Diggs will add to his NFL leading 19 picks. And Wilson, what a way to end the first half. Trayvon Diggs, after being bobbled, I thought it was caught by, look at the sea of bodies there. I thought it was caught by a jet at first. My heavens. Anyway, that'll be the end of the first half. What a seismic turn of events here. Minnesota leading 27-24. It's a tight game here. We'll check around the NFL like we normally do and see what's going on in your world. In Chicago, wait, what? Okay, anyway, the Packers 1-11 going against the 2-10 Bears. That is in Chicago, I do believe. They're up. Sorry, I thought that was Wisconsin. Randy Replay's having a hell of a time tonight. The Falcons are up over the Steelers 21-7. Pickett and Mariota each have touchdowns in that one. And the third game that we check out is the Lions game. Everybody in the NFC North is rooting for them to lose, and they're up at the half. Oh boy. And hello and welcome back into the booth. Randy Replay here for your first half stats, and they aren't pretty. Kirk Cousins has a QB rating of 94.9. That is 18 of 30. 354 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 picks. 4 touchdowns and 9 picks in the last 2 games, all on his little lonesome. So, oof. Rough go at it here at the homestand for Kirk Cousins. For Dalvin Cook, 14 carries, 57 yards. Receiving, JJ leads the team. 7 catches, 254 and 2 touchdowns. 118 rack yards and 1 drop would have been that touchdown, but defender got a hand in there. KJ Osborne, 6 catches, 68 yards. He also has a touchdown today as well. Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about blocking because nobody's on the blocking chart. So we're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Javon Holland with 7, Brian Asamoah with 5, Jordan Hicks, Taylor Rapp, Carlton Davis, Harrison Phillips, and Zaza Zadarius with 4. Tackles for loss here in the first half. We have seen a bunch come across the board. 3 by Asamoah and Phillips alone. 2 by Danielle Hunter, also has a sack today. Jalen Johnson, Zadarius Smith, and Carlton Davis have 1 as well. Sacks, we have 3 first half sacks. Brian Asamoah, Zadarius, and Danielle Hunter. Interception, just the one that you just saw. Trayvon Diggs getting his NFL leading 19. When you have a team that's not really the best, you got to hang your hat on NFL leads, so that's what we're going to do here. Pass deflections, we have a couple. Jalen Johnson with 1, Brian Asamoah with 1 as well. 2 forced fumbles, rather, by Lewis Seen and Taylor Rapp, recovered by Javon Holland and Jordan Hicks. No block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings today. Nobody cares about kicking first half. We'll cover that post-game. You have the lead, you get the ball. You got to believe one more pick, and it's going to be 4 touchdowns and 10 picks in the last 2 games for Kirk Cousins. You got to believe we're going to see Andrew Anthony Gordon at some point today if it keeps going this way. For Kirk Cousins, don't try and get the big shot down the field. I know you're kind of forcing it. You want to get JJ, back in the swing of things and get him competitive. Don't worry. JJ's not going anywhere. I think he needed 9 catches for 100 on the season. He has 7. He needs 2 more. You got to protect the ball. First and foremost, defense, keep doing what you're doing because in the grand scheme of things, it's working. You're getting turnovers. You're getting sacks for the first time in a while. Just play tight and get this win. You cannot afford to go 0-3 in this homestand and then go out on the road. So this has been Ready Replay. Second half kickoff is next. The second half kickoff, Greg Zerlin, or Zerline, however you want to take that. Cordero Patterson, another. He's going to let it go again, and out comes Kirk Cousins. 354 yards, that's all fine and dandy. You got 3 touchdowns and 4 picks. And this is not how you want to play here in this game. So Kirk Cousins changing the play here, motioning, couple pieces, kills the play, gets the snap. It's a setup screen. CJ Ham right side. CJ Ham getting out of bounds. Tackle, no flags. And the whole Vikings sideline wants a flag for tackle out of bounds. Kirk Cousins actually saw the blitz, and the defense kind of celebrating as well. Let's take a look at this play. I don't know if it was a screen more or less than a flat, but either way, CJ Ham getting involved here. And is that Jason Peters jumping around at 40 years old? It's good to see you on the field, Jason. I mean, okay, we'll take it. Either way, here we go. It's a run. Dalvin, left side. He'll force his way up for... They're going to give him 3. So there you have it. 3 yards from Dalvin. Cousins, shotgun, snap. Looks, throws, and it's caught. Out of a sack. TJ Hawkinson, and he finally gets it to TJ. He's been trying to get it to him on a couple of these deep throws, or medium, I guess that one was, but my heavens, let's go back. Take a look at Kirk Cousins. Tried to run it and then sidearmed it behind his man. Oh my heavens. That could have been disastrous. So now the 4-3 defense comes out to play for the Jets. It is a give to Dalvin, who gets loose. Dalvin Cook sheds a tackle. 11 yards on the run. And another first down for Dalvin. CJ Ham will signal, and they're going to do a late no huddle. So they're going to do a late no huddle. Kirk Cousins swinging things around. JJ will move. Jelani Woods. It's a 2 tight end set, I formation. Cousins. Oh my heavens. And Jason Peters did not pick up the blitzing sweat. Montez will get a sack uncovered. And Jason Peters just kind of, I don't know what happened, just kind of passed him off to Cook there. And so the broken play will result in a sack. And that is Kirk Cousins' first of the game here in the third quarter. Guess we got to hang our hat on stuff that like that. So here we go. Cousins under center. Snap corralled. Throws left. Caught KJ Osborne. He'll get a couple. And that'll make this 3rd and 13 a little bit easier. I mean, worst case scenario, you kick a field goal and you go up even more. But I mean, the Vikings really want to get aggressive here. Cousins from the gun. Snap corralled. Looks. Throws. Caught. Didn't get it again. And JJ just not able to get that separation that we've seen in the first half. And they'll send out Rick Joseph on for a 29-yarder. Snap spot kick, right hash is good. So it's 24-30. You got a 6-point lead. And you're looking good here. Again, wanted a touchdown, but got to take what you can get here in the NFL. 11:52 left to go, third quarter rather. Oh my heavens. We'll call this the mistake game 2022. So here we are. 30-24. 11:52 left to go, third quarter. Jets ball. It is a play action. Swung out. Uzama again. He will not be brought down. And it's 2 Vikings will not be able to bring down Uzama. And he'll get the first down. Wow. So here we are again. Another 1st and 10. Minnesota showing blitz. Wilson from the gun. Snap corralled. Looks right. Looks left. Throws left. Caught. Again. Left side working to perfection here. And again, it's Uzama. 5th catch for 41 yards here this afternoon. So we see Wilson again from the gun. Snap corralled. Looks right. Throws middle. Wide open. Caught. Big hits coming across, but again, it's Uzama. I mean, you have other receivers here. Wilson, throw it to them. I mean, oh my heavens. It's the Uzama party. Wilson from the gun once again. Throws. Caught. Dropped. Oh my heavens. It's Elijah Brown with a drop. And Minnesota just got lucky there. As Wilson kind of threw it behind Uzama. Had to contort and twist his body. Incomplete. Minnesota will do it again. Set up screen. Sniffed out beautifully by Jordan Hicks. And we force them into another 3rd and long. He'll kick the ball away right in front of that gosh darn Jets bench. So the Galler horn will sound. Minnesota will spread out their defense. Here we go. 3rd and 13 from the 44. Wilson in the gun. Snap corralled. Wilson, middle. Oh my God, it's caught. I mean, can we please just get a stop? Wilson to Wilson connection and in a man coverage, as you can see by AWS recent play stat tracker. I mean, holy chicken stromboli. We just can't get a stop here on 3rd down here lately. I mean, the first quarter was so good. And we're kind of trailing. We need to get back to this style of football. Wilson will call over Wilson. Left side. Throw short, caught, dropped. And it is Trayvon Diggs leaving his feet and forcing the incompletion. Now what do you do? There's a big stack to the left side of Wilson under center. 3rd and 7. Wilson, snap, corralled, throws, picked off, Carlton Davis. And oh my heavens, with all the bad, they have to come some good. The pinky's up and the bow is taken. So Carlton Davis gets the backside coverage. Wilson finally makes a mistake. Oh my heavens, what a pick. For commitment here by many of these backs, but you got to make sure you get the pick when you do it. Throw left side caught. Wilson to Wilson. Wilson will score. What else is new? And Elijah Vera Tucker will go down for the 2nd time with an injury. And Wilson will score again. This to put him up by 1. Kick is away, right, angle's right, but it's good. Out over here in Minneapolis. Cousins throws. Hawkinson will finally come back for a ball and get the 1st down. Cousins, as soon as he turned around, and Mosley. I think they got a couple of I don't know what happened. Maybe some equipment got stuck together. Either way, Mosley right in Kirk Cousins' face right away. Or the defense rather. Mosley was caught up with Hawkinson. Sorry. Either way, Hawkinson comes back. Kirk Cousins forced to throw. I'm done. You all saw it. Dalvin Cook rather. So bring up 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard run. And Cousins from the gun. Snap is corralled. Throw. Nope. He tucked it before he was sacked by Franklin Myers. That'll bring up 3rd and 18 now. So here we are, 3rd and 18. Cousins, gun. Snap, throw, caught. KJ Osborne down inside the 5 to the 3, 1st down. So the snap and the quick throw. Right in between the defenders, had blocking, but the numbers caught up with him. And now what do you do here? Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Showing blitz are the Jets. They don't care. They'll run it with Dalvin anyway, and he gets caught up with the center, Garrett Bradbury, and this will bring up 2nd and goal from the 2. So 2nd and goal. We got just about 2 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. Turns, gives to Dalvin. Dalvin angles left, and he'll come back. No good. And how is this possible? It'll be 3rd and goal now. Kirk Cousins changing the play at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal from the 1. And he gets brought down immediately. I mean, you know what the audible is. So 4th and goal, Minnesota. Obvious go for it situation, or so we think. And it is 4th and goal from the 3. Cousins snap, corralled, throws, dropped by JJ in the end zone. He had his man, and JJ will make a drop in the end zone. And this team, maybe Jones got a hand in there. Either way, this team is unfurling. We walk away with no points. And Kevin O'Connell getting a little aggressive here. So the I formation. Give us to Breece Hall, who will just get about 6. Well, they'll give him 3. Okay, never mind. And, oh man. Vikings will drop DJ Wanham in coverage. It's a run, though. Hall will be chopped down before the line to gain. It's now 3rd and 1, so now you have the whole playbook to mess with here if you're the Jets. So 3rd down, I formation comes out to play. It's a run to Hall, and there's tripping. You love to see tripping here on the defense, and my heavens. Breece Hall right side, big gain. So 3rd and 2, Minnesota. Sending some pressure. Wilson brought down Danielle Hunter. And the first time in a long time we get to call a multiple Danielle Hunter sack game. He now has 2. Loss of 7. They still put him in field goal range, but makes it a little bit worse in terms of damage. So that's good. 31-yarder. Left hash is good. Okay. So Kirk Cousins under center. Snap corralled. And it is a fumble. So Kirk Cousins, as he's throwing hits, it's a fumble. Scoop and score, Montez Sweat. Right as soon as he's about ready to throw, we're going to have to get a review of this, as it is a scoring play, but kind of see what happens here. Let it play out like it's supposed to. No review. Confirmed on the field, and Zerline to kick him to a 41-30 lead. Almost blocked by Cam Dantzler. But it's good. 41-30. Runs to the left for just about 2. Cousins. Quick throw, left side. It is Adam Thielen. I do believe that is his first catch of the game. No call. Oh, no, it's his 4th. Randy Replay's having some struggles today. Cousins talking to the left tackle. It's a rollout. He's going to throw it away into the first row of spectators. Incomplete. So now what do you do? 2nd and goal from the 6. In the shotgun. Delayed handoff. Dalvin Cook trying to force his way. He makes it down to the 2. So Minnesota, last time they were down here, interception after failing to get it into the end zone. Actually, I do believe they took a sack. So from the 2. Throw! Pick. Going for CJ Ham. Colonel Mustard will undercut the route. And Cousins' inability to float it or overthrow a receiver. And I think I've seen enough. You can put Cousins on ice. There's no way we pay this man $35 million next season. Bryce Hall up the middle and spinning and getting 7 yards on what should have been a tackle at the 4-yard mark. Jordan Hicks. So now this defense needs to tighten up. We need to get the ball back. We need to get it back now. Wilson, shotgun. Looks right, throws right. Throws, picked off Trayvon Diggs. Throws left, rather. It's Trayvon either way. And that is number 20 on the season. The only thing this team can hang his hat on. And he's going to put the COVID mask on because he's very, very, very disgusting with these interceptions. Downright dirty. Spinning around Wilson to get the pick. And, ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Cousins is still coming out with this offense. You hear the approval of the crowd. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. Minnesota, 6 turnovers in the game. 5 interceptions and 1 fumble. There's Dalvin up the middle, 2 yards. Yeah, there's no way we pay this man $35 million next season. Unless you want to franchise tag him. He is contracted through the end of the year, so next year rather. Kirk Cousins empty setback, gets the snap. Throws, caught. Adam Thielen, he took a hit. I mean, I want to give Kirk the benefit of the doubt working with this offensive line that is just allowing hits seemingly at will here, but my goodness, you've got to make these throws. We've seen him with a clean pocket. He's got JJ up to over 200 yards here, but my gosh. So obvious 2-down territory, 3rd and 7, 7:30 left to go. Cousins, he just goes down. Goes down in a heap. And it's Franklin. We don't even get a yardage counter. He just says a big loss. And, oh boy. So Kevin O'Connell staying aggressive from the 28. We'll get the, keep the offense out there. Cousins looking to the left side. He throws it up for JJ. Tipped, incomplete. Now 7 catches, 65 yards in this game alone. And single back set. Looking for that double pesky end around, and it's going to be down at the 1. Breece Hall 1st and goal. My goodness. Can we get a stop? Please. So the I formation rears its ugly little head. And Breece Hall just walk in. It's almost ridiculous at this point. Almost ridiculous. Pack it in. And I think we're done, Chuck. Minnesota will fall out of the top spot of the NFC North pending any weirdness. We will fall out of the 7th seed of the playoffs as the kick is good to make it 48-30. Tries, you might just still lose. And Breece Hall in the backfield. He's got 3 tight ends to the right. It is a delayed handoff. Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Minnesota will take the L back to Losersville. Kick is away, and it's good 55-30. Now, in my job description, it is to say that you cannot talk bad about the team. You must keep a positive outlook, and it's what do you want me to do, SSN? You really want me to say good things about this performance? And Kirk Cousins getting a talking to from Kevin O'Connell. One can only imagine, hey, guess what? 1 more pick and your ass is benched, sir. One more pick and your ass is benched. I gotta believe that's what's being said. Cousins from the gun. Snap corralled. Looking, throwing. And there it is. It is another interception for 6. Minnesota will give up on the tackle, and my God, LaMarcus Joyner. So that is the second time TJ Hawkinson has not come back for the ball. The defender, being 3 to 4 yards behind the intended target, will come up and make the pick. There's just no tenacity on this offensive side, and the Jets are celebrating like they just won the gosh darn Super Bowl. 62-30 pending the kick. Snap spot. You're not an idiot. You see it. It's good. 1:07 left to go. 2-minute warning apparently comes across. This game is Laken Tomlinson will go down. I mean, what the hell is going on here today? So 62-30. They're going to keep Cousins out here. Just run the gosh darn ball. Cousins from the empty set. Tries to get him to jump. Not going to work. Cousins throws. Fitting. Very fitting. Yes. Yes. Bryce Hall. Yes. Yep. Second pick of the day, by the way. Kirk Cousins' 35th interception on the year. Don't quote me. That is probably a low mark. And it's Hall again. Chopped down by Jordan Hicks. And got about 24 seconds left to go in this one. High formation for the Jets. He's going to get the ball to Hall. Tackle by Daniil Hunter. And start the countdown for the end of this home team stand where 4-3-2-1 Vikings take the L. So in a game where the final score sees you down more points than you score, there you go. 12 QB pressures for Cousins. I'm not saying that's the reason for his struggles, but it's got to be something. Easy to blame it on the offensive line, but you got to take a look at the quarterback. When given opportunities, we're seeing more bad than good. So the final numbers here from US Bank Stadium to end this 3-game homestand. 71.5 QB rating. He was 31 of 53. That is 58% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 527 yards. That's all fine and dandy. That's actually above average for the Minnesota Vikings, for the NFL quarterback, let alone Minnesota Vikings quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Dalvin Cook, 32 carries. He had a full day of work, 134 yards. Kirk Cousins, 1 for 1. And CJ Ham, 1 for 2. Receiving, JJ surpassed 100 yards despite being out for 6 weeks. Gets 10 catches, 289, and we see 2 gritties across the way there. 120 run after catch yards. He's racking them up. He's racking them up. A bright spot on today's game. KJ Osborne, 9 catches, 102 and a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 5 for 34. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 38. TJ Hawkinson, 2 for 41. Doesn't come back for the ball. It got picked off twice on 2 targets to TJ Hawkinson. Come back for the ball. CJ Ham, 2 for 23. Nobody, and I mean fucking nobody, cares about blocking. Going to go to defense and look at total tackles, and Minnesota Vikings have themselves a double-double. Javon Holland, 12 tackles on his little lonesome. Jordan Hicks, 10 on his little lonesome. Brian Asamoah, 8. Trayvon was 7. Doesn't really matter. Lewisine Daniil Hunter was 6. Taylor Rapp, Carlton Davis, Harrison Phillips, Jalen Johnson, and Zaza Darius with 5. For Daniil Hunter, he ends the game with 4 tackles for loss. Randy Replay laughing at some of the comments from the Minnesota Vikings fan line coming across, including one, that guy from the Florida Gators might be a good option. And apparently somebody does care about blocking. You take a look, 3 sacks allowed by, oh boy, Minnesota Vikings moving company. Going back to what we were talking about, Harrison Phillips and Brian Asamoah with 3. Jalen Johnson, Zadarius Smith, Carlton Davis, and Jordan Hicks, each with 1. Daniil Hunter, his first multiple game sack of the year. 2 sacks in this one. Brian Asamoah and Zadarius Smith, each with 1. Trayvon Diggs now gets number 19 and 20 on the season in terms of picks, and then Carlton Davis gets another one as well. Pass deflections, we had 3. Trayvon Diggs, Jalen Johnson, Brian Asamoah. 2 forced fumbles by Lewisine and Taylor Rapp, recovered by Javon Holland and Jordan Hicks. No block kicks, although there was one that was almost blocked. No safeties and no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings today. For Greg the Leg Joseph, 3 for 3. Longest of 62 again. 3 for 3 on extra points. Punting, Ryan Wright, 2 for 92. Netting 92, one of them inside the 20. And kick returns, we only had 1 by Cordero Patterson, 1 for 20. And punt returns, 3 for 16, longest of 10. Oof. And in a game where we didn't see Christian Darrisaw, and we saw Taylor Rapp taking the majority of the linebacker snaps there in the first half, you got to wonder what the game plan was going into this thing. Surely they didn't write the New York Jets off as a bad team. So for Kirk Cousins, I do believe that is 13 picks, 15 total turnovers with fumbles. The last 2 games alone, I say you just throw Andrew Gordon out there, see what you got. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The preceding putrid presentation was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. We're going to talk about playoff picture when we get back to the main screen and how Minnesota might have just been mathematically eliminated if the playoffs were to start today. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. The Minnesota Vikings fall, and they'll go 0-3 on that 3-game homestand against the Cowboys, the Patriots, and the Jets over the holiday week. And the one before and after. And now we have the Detroit Lions, and because of the tiebreakers, they're number 1 in the NFC North. We lost to them earlier in the year. So the second battle of Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings will decide the fate of the NFC North, at least for Week 14 going into Week 15. And we play at the kitty litter box that is Ford Field of Detroit. Taking a look at the playoff picture as it sits now, Minnesota does slide out of the playoffs. And if they were to start today, the Lions would be the 4th seed. So Minnesota bounced. The Giants, after this week, will fall all the way from the 1st down to the 5th. The Falcons will climb from the 7th to the 3rd. And the Cowboys will be number 1. And the Texans will jump up to the 6th. And the Steelers are now welcomed into the playoffs. Not much movement. There's only 2 pieces moving over on the AFC side. The Vikings bounce from the 4th? I do believe we were the 4th or the 5th seed. The New York Giants, though, sliding 4 spots down into the 5th. That is how close the NFC is. And then, of course, the Cardinals and the Rams moving up as well. Rams coming into the 7th spot. Oh my heavens. And as we go to the standings here, we're just going to show you real quickly just how crazy the NFC is. Here we go. The Cowboys, 8-4. The rest of the teams, 7-5, 7-5, 7-6, 7-6, 6-6, 6-6, 6-6, 6-6, 6. 6 is the magic number to get into the playoffs, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that are still in this thing mathematically with some help. And we got 5 games left, and my heavens, we're not even done with all the movement. That's if the playoffs were to start today. So Minnesota got bounced, and we face our fatal foe in the Detroit Lions for the NFC North and for a playoff spot. I do believe that's all we have to get to. There were no injuries in this game for the Minnesota Vikings. I guess we could just take a look at the playoff picture as I do my little outro. Can Kirk Cousins be trusted the rest of the way? What do you do if you release him? If you trade him in the offseason before July, whether that be prior or after the draft, you save yourself $35 million in cap next season. The problem is, if you want to get into the playoffs, you miss out on some of the top quarterbacks in this draft. And then you have to either get one in free agency or bring Kirkland Rutherford Cousins, the Costco Flashes quarterback, back. It's a very, very deep conundrum here that we thought was all ready to go. Minnesota would be drafting near the end, and we'll just ride Kirk Cousins, who just came off of a 5 touchdowns, 1 interceptions game prior, after the bye week, and now it's quickly becoming off with his head. So don't be surprised in the weekly meetings that Kirk Cousins is given an ultimatum. And, 13 picks, 15 total turnovers in the last 2 games just isn't what the NFL, standard is. And his job eventually will be put on the line, especially if this team wins next week in Detroit and they're in the playoff talks. And Andrew Anthony Gordon might just come on in. So that will be something we follow, as well as everything else here with this team. What do you do with Jason Peters? Do you release him now that Jonah Williams is back? Save yourself $5 million in a dead cap there, wrapped up there. You can probably re-sign somebody, but who knows? All those questions will be answered on the next episode of Minnesota Vikings football. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you. Clear the throat in the next one.